Welcome to Muscle Maintenance for January 30th. This is In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer. This is a level 3 difficulty workout. It is meant to be equipment free. It doesn't even require shoes. All you need to do is stand up for me. It's going to take about 15 minutes. Your total free pass to get out of going to the gym. Just stand up for me. We're going to do 2 warm-up moves like we've been doing all week long, and then our series of 2 sets of 6 moves, 1 slower so that there's an instructional component to teach you exactly how to move in each move for 30 seconds, and then a flow set where you move directly from one move to the next without stopping. So the 2 warm-up moves are jumping jacks to start, and then this other stationary move that I'll tell you about in a minute. But first, before we start the jumping jacks, make sure that your back is straight, your tailbone is tucked in, you're squeezing your tummy muscles, you have a slight bend in your knees. You're going to jump both feet out to double shoulder width apart, stay light on your feet, landing on the balls of your feet, and making a big circle up over your head with your arms, and a slight bend in the elbow. Okay, go ahead. 30 seconds is starting now. Keep those feet moving, keep your arms moving, no wet noodle arms, so make sure that you are really controlling the movement of your arms. We want really good, strong, dynamic precision, and you want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're more than halfway finished here. Another couple of seconds, and then we'll slow it down and focus on isometric contraction of all of your body's muscles. All right, 5 more seconds. Good, very good. Okay, now bring your feet together, toes and heels touching, and lift your arms up over your head. Press your palms together where your biceps are basically right behind your ears or next to your ears. Really press the palms in. This is going to fatigue you pretty quickly. I'm going to start the 30 seconds now, and this is what you want to focus on. First, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, real deeply as you can. Make sure that your head is straight, your eyes are facing forward. Make sure that your ears are over your shoulders are relaxed. You're about 12 seconds in now, 14, 15 seconds in now. Make sure that tailbone is tucked in. You really want a vertical pelvis, and you want to squeeze the muscles in your legs, particularly your hips, your glutes. A Kegel is totally mandatory at this point. If you are a girl, you've got 10 more seconds. We'll finish it up here and then start with the first set of our 6 moves. It's a level 3 difficulty, so if you've been with me all week, you know some of the moves. I've been teaching the fundamentals, which we really covered on Monday. It got a little harder yesterday. Today is all about the pinnacle of the week. This is the hard. It starts to getting more and more energetic in terms of intense in terms of the difficulty level of each move. But it's the same basic type of move in each of the 6 positions. The first move is called a cross body kick. Yesterday we just did those high knee kicks, so you lifted your knee up, you kick straight out. Today you're going to bring your arms up in front of your face again like a kickboxer would. Protect the body, engage your abs. Now lift up your right knee above your hip level, kick out the right foot though across to the left. Put it back down on the floor, do the same thing, lifting up the left knee, kicking across to the right. All right, let's start the 30 seconds on these crossbody kicks. And make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're squeezing your abs and really utilizing your hip muscles as you lift the knees up. Make sure your feet are flexed as you kick. That flexion of the foot really activates the back of the leg and gives the heel the power. So if you were actually, kickboxing, you were actually kicking someone or something, that power comes from your core. It goes down your leg and out through your heel. Possible for you to get that, well, not impossible, but very difficult to get that power in like the middle part of your foot or the toe part of your foot. So let's move on to some vertical punches. Yesterday we just did sort of that boxing punch. Basic boxing, left, right punch as you rotated the torso with your shoulders moving forward and back, which is the Monday move that we did. Today, you're actually going to punch straight up, dynamically. Both arms, so right arm, then left arm, and that should only take 1 second. In 30 seconds, you should punch both arms up 30 times. Okay, at least aim for that. So You want to move dynamically. You want to sit down into a modified sort of a demi squat, if you will. Your knees are bent, your feet are shoulder width apart, toes and heels in line. Let's start the 30 seconds and punch straight up in the air. Obviously, you'd never have an occasion in real life probably to punch straight in the air, but this is really good in terms of getting your heart rate up. And it is obviously, you know, you're not going to fatigue your arms so much like if you were carrying a weight or holding a weight when you were doing these punches, but you do work the body. You work your shoulders, you work your back, you work your trapezius muscle, the back of the neck there, a little bit of the chest. You've got about 7 seconds left. Should start to feel a little bit of fatigue. Good. Okay. The next is our sort of next version of a burpee. Yesterday we did the walking or the modified burpee. We call this an elementary burpee, which is where you walk your feet back but jump them forward. Okay, so this is the next step of the burpee. Tomorrow we'll obviously be doing jumping back, jumping forward, and then standing up with that reach up at the top. But today what you're going to do is you're going to squat your body down, put your hands on the floor beside your feet, walk one foot back, then the other. You're in push-up position. Then jump both feet forward. Stand all the way up by pressing your heels into the floor, squeezing your glutes, stand up and reach up to the ceiling with your hands. 30 seconds starts now, and let's get going. You probably won't do more than 4. No, that's not true because you're jumping forward. So you might squeeze 5, or if you're really clever, maybe 6, really strong rather. You could maybe do 6. Tomorrow with the full Monty burpee, I'm hoping that we can at least do 7 or 8. But we'll see how it goes. I try to get as many in as I can of the version of the move, and I was able to do 6 with this version, but it was a couple days ago that I did it. So anyway, okay, that was it. 30 seconds is up. Stand up for me again. If you're not standing back up already, make sure that your back is straight once again. Your tailbone is tucked in once again. Now take a big step back with your right leg. We're doing a reverse lunge. Bend both knees to 90 degrees. Lowering your torso straight down to the ground, and you want to keep your back straight. Don't want to collapse at your waist. You really want to keep those abs engaged. You want to keep your hips nice and extended, and lower the body straight down. Then alternate with the left foot. Let's start the 30 seconds now. Your hands are on your hips or out to the sides, your choice. And take your time. Make sure that your ankles don't turn in at any point when you take that big step back. It's easy for you to position your feet in such a way that your toes are out. And the reason that becomes easy, quote unquote, it's not obviously simple and super easy, but the reason that it helps you is because then the quad does more work than the side and the back of the leg, which is what we're emphasizing when we do lunges. And chances are you don't need more work on your quads than you're already getting. Okay, let's sit down on the floor. Put your hands on the floor beside your butt, fingers facing forward. Make sure your feet are on the floor, squared. Your toes are not turning out. Lift your hips up into that tabletop position. And we're going to do 30 seconds of tricep dips. Make sure you keep the toes down. Bend the elbows. Exhale as you push up. 30 seconds is going. We're about 8.5 minutes in. Excuse me. We have one more move to do after this, and that's a crunch. We're going to do a fun crunch I call the dead bug in just a minute, and then after that you're going to take a quick break, and then we'll do the flow set where we go back through that set of 6 moves without stopping or with very little stopping in order to switch positions only. 5 more seconds. Theoretically, you should do like 15 to 20 tricep dips in that sequence. So hopefully you were able to keep up a little bit there. Okay, now lay down on the floor on your back, hands behind your heads. Your knees are still bent. Your feet are on the floor. What you're going to do is you're going to breathe, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your head and your chest. Bring your elbows forward, and at the same time, bring your knees up. Bring your feet up off the floor. Have your elbows meet your knees. Right elbow to right knee, left elbow to left knee, then go all the way back to start. Okay, let's start the 30 seconds on that. Last move of the first set, and go. Good. Move slowly at first. Make sure that you're getting the precise form involved in each component of the movement, where you're squeezing as you lift up and focusing on that exhale, and then switching directions but keeping control as you inhale and return to start. Now we've got about 10 seconds left. Start picking up the pace. Really force yourself to work a little bit harder. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand on up. Good job. You made it through the first set. We're going to start the second set in 15 seconds, so take a couple deep breaths. Make sure that if you need a sip of water, you've got that. We're going right back to those cross-body kicks. So get your hands up into fighter protection position, and 30 seconds is starting. Knee up, kick across the opposite side of the body. Abs are engaged. You can even lean back a little bit. Foot stays flexed when it's kicked out. Very nice. Halfway through. Keep it going. Kick faster now. Try to get the heart rate up. Good. We're going to go right into those vertical punches. Remember, as we finish this up in 3 seconds, you're going to make sure your feet are planted shoulder width apart. Now punch up. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Keep that pace up. Your heart should be up a little bit already from having done some of the kicks. Now you're working the heart even more because you're forcing it to send blood up against gravity. 10 more seconds, and that's a huge component in terms of keeping that aerobic component of the workout without relying on like traditional sort of things that people call cardio, like treadmills and ellipticals and stationary bikes and that kind of stuff. You can get a good cardio workout with just interval training, the type of stuff that we're doing right here. Okay, now we're going to do that elemental burpee. So hands on the floor, walk your feet out, jump forward, stand up, reach up. 30 seconds is going. You can totally get a great aerobic conditioning workout without the use of a cardio machine. Now, if you want to lose or need to lose a ton of weight, there needs to be more than just this type of short interval workout. You need to do quite a bit more, and I'd be happy to consult with you if you have something specific you're trying to target and you have questions. Please feel free to get in touch with me via our website, which is inshape-fitness.com. You've got 10 more seconds, by the way, on these burpees. You can also find us, through our community on Facebook or Twitter, and let me know what it is you're trying to do, and we'll figure out some way to help you. Okay, reverse lunges now. 30 seconds is going. Hands on your hips or out to the sides. You're taking that big step back, bending both knees to 90 degrees, keeping your torso straight, abs tight, ankles and toes in one line, and you are halfway finished. 2 moves on the floor after this. We'll be finishing up just under 15 minutes. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, and let's drop down to the floor. Hands on the floor, beside your butt, fingers facing forward, feet on the floor, knees bent, up into tabletop, and let's start that tricep dip series. 30 seconds. Make sure you inhale as you bend your elbows, and don't go crazy with the hips up and down motion. The hips and your butt should only drop to the extent that your elbows are bending. You've got 15 seconds, by the way. Keep the toes on the floor the entire time. That's one good indicator, one good metric by which you can measure your real work on the tricep. Because if you let your toes go up 3 seconds, then you're not really working as much of the tricep. All of your weight is being absorbed by your quad and your lower back. Okay, down on the floor, hands behind your head. Let's do that dead bug crunch. Remember, right elbow to right knee, left elbow to left knee. Make sure your feet touch the floor and head touches the floor back at the start position each time. Go ahead and go. Last 30 seconds, finishing you up. I love Wednesday because that means we're one day closer to Thursday. And one day closer to Thursday means you're almost at the weekend, which is very nice. Every week, since I've been working, since I've been out of college, and that's been quite a long time. I never lose my excitement for the weekend. It's always so fun to think about the end of the work week. All right, congratulations. You're at the end of the workout, and I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness in New York City. Please join me tomorrow. Level 4 coming up. And let me just review that one offer I made at the beginning of the week. My workouts for tomorrow and Friday are planned out. If for some reason you can take a guess and get the right sequence, you will win some free training time with me via Skype. Let me know via Facebook or Twitter, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for that Level 4 workout. Have a great day.